Hello, 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 and welcome back. We are on, sort of ironic, vlog 6 of the series of divorce, more or less my divorce, and things that I had experienced and tips that I am wanting to let you know what your rights are. Divorce is a vicious situation. One thing I do want to make a note on the beginning of this vlog is that everything I'm telling you is my side. There's always two sides of a story. This is what I experienced. I am not here to state that my story is the only right story. That is not what I'm here for. I am here for you to see things on. No, that's not the way to put it. To hear what I'm saying, so hopefully that might help someone who's going through a situation. Maybe they don't know how to handle it or what to do. Going through this process with all of you has been rewarding. It's been helping tremendously. And, you know, I've never have gone to a therapist, and I probably should have, but I haven't. I'm going to be honest. If the faith that I experienced, especially in Omaha, is when my faith began. And if I didn't have the faith in God, I wouldn't be here today, to be honest with you. If I didn't believe in what he was wanting my journey to believe, or my journey to be, and understand that, Jay, you're not a victim, you're now a survivor. I'm playing a game, chess, with this divorce. But there's other influences that are distracting me, that I'm making some really poor decisions. And my husband at the time knew of the attack, and it was brought up that he had canceled the health insurance. And so the kids knew of me of going to Omaha. On the ride up to Omaha, I had so many mixed feelings of guilt and failure, and am I doing the right thing? You know, I'm running away from my situation, and I had to do that. I had to do that because my movement on this game board sounds sick. I wasn't making wise decisions, and I was losing guys left and right. And I'm at check, but I'm still losing, and it sounds sort of sick, but I need to be at checkmate before I can win this battle. So, we arrive in Omaha, and I have to state this out here for the record, is that I'm very, very appreciative to my sister, and to her son Michael, and to Brian, her husband. I am so appreciative, because if it wasn't you guys, I wouldn't be able to be where I'm at. I did make decisions for the fact you might not have understood them, but it wasn't meant to hurt you. Sometimes we do that in life. People was like, why did they have to do that to hurt me? It wasn't meant to hurt you. It was me trying to get strong. And it wasn't that I was using you, and I want you to believe that. I want you to know that I was running, and I was running to you, meaning I was hiding from the situation, and God had me hit rock bottom the day when I got attacked. And when I had gotten attacked, I hit the rocks And no one should ever judge anybody. And if you're going to judge, don't cast that first rock, because you need to look at yourself in the mirror. Arriving in Omaha was a lot of emotions. I felt so alone. Even though I was with family, I felt so alone. It's not them. And I want to state that it wasn't them, it was me. Going through this time in Omaha was building me up strength. And I'm going to tell you, there are people who say they have been just attacked, meaning spiritually. I was being so attacked spiritually, my faith. I was being attacked. I got very ill, very, very sick. There's one time my sister had to take me to the ER, and I think I was running a 101.3 temp. I was peeing out blood. It was a mess. It was just, I was being physically attacked too. Is that whatever negative that was in that scenario prior was pounding at me. If that, it just seems weird me saying that, but if being in the world that I'm in, God, this is going to sound like I'm crazy. When you have a faith, or when you're an empath, or when you are very sensitive, and you are good at helping others, and when you're trying to become strong because that negative has controlled you for so many years of being abused, and you're now seeing the light, you have to think of the 7 sins, and I was being attacked. And I had to get on my feet. I had to get a job. You have to do that. You have to shake it off the best you can, and you got to find stability. And my stability at that time was, I was very fortunate. I didn't have to pay rent at the time. She never charged me. Never. Sister was great. It was never her. It was me. It was never her. It was me. So I went, I put my resumes out, and I went for job interviews. I can remember I went through a job interview. And I never knew how to do a transfer on a bus. I didn't know what that meant. I didn't know how to go from one bus to another bus. I was a very naive little girl. I knew how to walk and ride a bike, but the bus system scared me. And I'm now in Omaha, Nebraska, and I came from Wichita. There's a big difference. I wasn't in the safest areas. Believe me, the gas station up the street was just robbed. It was a rough crime area. Very much so. Very. You don't walk at night. You don't walk at night. I had this response for this job at the children's hospital. I thought, this is my way out. This is my checkmate. So what I did was, I had gotten out the bus schedule because, I was wanting to get independent. I didn't want to rely on anybody. I want to put a keynote in here. There was a person that I used to work with, Pam. She was following me on social media, and she knew of the experiences that I was going through. And Pam had sent me a card, and she knew I had no money. I had no money. So she sent me $20. I maybe had a few bucks. I think I had like $4 and then a $20 bill, if I remember right. Yes, because it was the bus fare and the transfer. So, I'm very appreciative because Pam is part of this equation, and I don't think she really understands, and I want her to understand, is that when you are going through something like this or little miracles happen for you, you need to acknowledge them because they're little angels. And sometimes you're not able to, but you need to thank God, saying, thank you for bringing that individual into my life, because that is a stepping stone to reach the mountain. So I was just getting over that sickness, that illness I had. I don't know what was going on. I know why. I was just being attacked. Of guilt and shame and frustration and disappointment in myself. But a mom. I didn't need the drugs or the alcohol. I was doing it enough. But can you imagine if I was? I feel for those individuals who are being so attacked that those substances are coming into their lives. I feel for them. Oh my goodness. Anything to mask that pain, that fear. That's what happens. So what does Jonna do? She's very detailed and very organized when she wants to be. So she mapped out the map schedule of the, and knowing what transfer I'm needing to do and knowing what bus I need to catch and location and time and all of that. And I need to see my time, so I'm not going over. We're good. Okay. I remember this day because it was the anniversary of 9/11. That's Ava snoring. I had my interview on 9/11. I remember watching the news and the rememberings of the ones that we lost through that horrific situation. My interview was at 1. So I wanted to make sure I got up early enough so if I have to stay down there, I'll be okay. But I know I made it. I wanted to make sure I made it. And everything I even called up the company yesterday and made sure, or that day before, the day before, and made sure I was at the right bus stops, or making sure I'm going to be at the right bus stops at the bus stops there and everything like that. So I got everything down. They even mailed me the bus schedule. I got it thereafter. So, getting ready in the morning, getting excited about this and everything, and my day of independence. I'm so excited. I'm going to get this job. I feel it. God's given me this opportunity, and I'm going to go and do a great interview. If I can interview wonderfully, you know how you just try to pump yourself up. And so it was about less than a half a mile to the bus stop, and I walked. And it was somewhat hot that day, if I remember. I think it was sort of humid too, so I was trying to make my hair all curly, and pretty and big and stuff like that, and trying to look presentable, trying to mask what I was going through, the fears. So I'm standing there, and it's 69th Street, and I'm standing under, and there's the bus stop sign, and I'm about 30 minutes before the bus gets there, just in case. Just in case. And I waited. didn't show. And I waited 15. I never showed. I'm really stressing. So this young boy comes walking up. I thought, okay, he's going to catch the bus. So it's coming. And I see this transit bus picks up elderlies. I thought, okay, I'm seeing this, so the big one should be coming. So, this young boy walking, and I go, is the bus coming? And he goes, it should be here any minute. You'll get it. Okay. So I'm waiting another 5 minutes. Nothing. I'm sort of panicking. And I'm looking down and I'm looking down and I, remind you I'm in a bad area. And I look up and I look over and there's this woman walking up on me, and I'm going to tell you something. I was scared. Scared to death. I only had in my pockets $20, a $20 bill, and 4 ones. I had enough for me for the fare and for the transfer, and I was going to break the 20 for maybe to get water or something when I reach my destination. Okay? She comes up and she's standing here. She stops and looks at me. She goes, "What are you doing?" I go, "I'm waiting for the bus." And she goes, "Well, do you have some fare I can use?" I go, "No, I only have $2 on me." Okay. Well, I'm going to let you know, lady, you are in the wrong spot. What are you talking about? The bus is up there on the hill. You're not going to catch your bus. And it's about to go. They're about to meet at the stop. Where is this stop at? And she goes, about up the hill and around, about another half mile. Now, remind you, I was in much better shape than I am today because I had not had a vehicle. I've been using a bike. So I was in okay shape. Still recovering from being ill. But I can still move faster than I can move today. So, on that walk up, she told me where I needed to go, and I had the best conversation with that young woman. And I was wrong to judge her. Wrong. I was scared. I should never have been scared. Because God is a funny man. So we reached the top of the hill, and remind you, I was out of breath. And I wasn't going to be able to make it to that seat. And I'm thinking, do they stop if you wave your hand? And I'm thinking, that bus is going straight. There are 2 buses now, and that one's going to turn, and I'm needing to cross the street, and there's no way I'm going to make it. And she goes, stand right here and don't move. This woman walked in the middle of 72nd Street in Omaha. I'm not lying. She put her hands up. She said, "Stop," to both of the trucks, or the buses. And both of the drivers stopped. And she looks at me and she goes, "Get on that bus." And I'm thinking, what is going on? I got on the bus and the woman driver goes, what? You don't do that. I go, "I promise, I'll never do it again." And she goes, "Put your money in." She was gone. I think I gave her a hug, but she was gone. She stopped traffic on 72nd Street. I've never seen anything like that, ever. I get on the bus, I pay my feet to get on. And I'm sitting down and I'm thinking, my God, I'm relieved, I'm on the bus, I made it, God is with me. And the young girl, she goes, she's asking you if you need a transfer. A transfer? Yes, I need a transfer. And she goes, come up and get your transfer. And I'm thinking, the bus is running. She goes, come up. I go, the bus? She goes, come up. So I went in and put the extra coins in. God. I did it. I got my transfer. We went to the place where we're needing to transfer. I think it was at West Roads.